Real Madrid's season suddenly feels fragile in a way few predicted, and the cause isn't only a heavy defeat, it's what followed in the dressing room. After a derby where intensity evaporated and mistakes stacked up, Captain Dani Carvajal didn't offer the usual platitudes. He confronted an 18-year-old teammate in frank, unmistakable terms. Change your approach, or you'll find yourself under Coach Xabi Alonso's unforgiving scrutiny. That blunt exchange matters because this isn't just about one poor match. It's the collision of sky-high expectations, a massive transfer fee, and a youth suddenly thrust into the spotlight. Mastantuono arrived with headlines, a Euros 45 million price tag, and a promise that he could become a long-term pillar for Madrid. But the Bernabeu is ruthless. Every touch, every decision is inspected, compared, and in this case, contrasted with Barcelona's wonderkind, a comparison that fuels narrative and amplifies pressure. In the match that cracked the surface of this storm, Xabi Alonso himself admitted the side lacked intensity, an admission that felt like laying bare a failure of mindset as much as tactics. Why did Mastantuono miss out on the start? Why did Jude Bellingham, fit and influential, get the call instead? The selection choices created a baptism of fire for the youngster who needed a moment to define himself, and when that moment didn't go right, senior figures stepped in. Carvajal's intervention had two faces, the tough love of a veteran protecting collective standards and the shrewd leadership of Dieter, someone who knows what it takes to thrive at Real. He told the young winger to keep his identity but to channel it for the team. Pass when necessary, stop trying to prove everything in one sprint, and block out the noise of critics who love a good comparison. Those words matter because they're not just about posture. They're about role clarity inside a squad that's been reshaped by a demanding coach with clear ideas. The dressing room is a microcosm of larger questions. Can raw talent be tempered into team success? And can a manager's long game coexist with urgent expectations from fans and the board? Voices outside that circle have been mixed. Angel Di Maria, a former Madrid icon, offered praise and a reminder that connecting quickly with teammates and displaying cheeky, irrepressible talent are genuine assets, praise that can reassure a boy under pressure. Yet praise and pressure live on the same tightrope. Every compliment raises the standard by which the youngster will be judged. The media's framing, the looming Yamal comparison, the cost of the transfer, the spotlight of the Bernabeu, all make the next steps critical. For Xabi Alonso, this is also a management test. How he balances protection, discipline and tactical clarity for his protégés will define his reputation. Will he publicly back youth while tightening the screws privately, or will he crack down visibly and risk alienating a fragile confidence? For Carvajal, speaking up was a leadership gamble. He reinforced standards, but he also signaled that the club will not tolerate easy excuses. The ripple effects extend beyond one teenager. Teammates watch, youngsters take mental notes about who protects them and who demands accountability. Opponents sense vulnerability or ruthlessness depending on how Madrid responds. The immediate calendar offers no mercy. Fixtures that once felt winnable become pressure chambers where past mistakes are magnified and redemption must be swift. Ultimately, this story is about identity. Is Real Madrid a club that nurtures raw genius through patience, or one that enforces instant conformity to a collective blueprint? The answer will emerge in how Mastantuono reacts in training, in how Xabi adapts his lineup, and in whether senior voices like Carvajal continue to shepherd rather than publicly scold. One misstep now could delay or derail a career that arrived with fanfare, but one strong, composed response could recast this episode as a turning point, the moment a young player learned to channel talent into consistency under the brightest light. The Bernabeu rarely forgives, but it does reward those who grow. Tonight the narrative is suspended between threat and opportunity, and every Madridista will be watching. Will a captain's hard words break a boy, or will they be the wake-up call that launches a new chapter in a young star's story?